The first card you have for your past is the Queen of Wands. So yes, the Queen's very feminine, very powerful as well. So I'm seeing that you're probably very powerful at this time. Probably a lot more powerful than you actually realised you were. I'm actually seeing you being going through stages of being really, really busy and then stopping to kind of reorganize yourself, if that makes sense. So it was kind of, oh, I'm busy, I'm rushing around doing whatever I'm doing. Oh, now I need to stop and kind of reorganize that so it doesn't turn into chaos. And then you kind of got your head down again, you're doing work, and then you went back to kind of organize that. So I'm seeing this kind of going backwards and forwards in that. And yes, you just wanted to keep things in control, even though you were very, very busy. But you also had a lot of confidence at your core. Yes, somebody's banging outside. What else is new? Yeah, so right inside yourself, you had a lot of confidence, and which is really, really where all of this was coming from. And you knew that, you know, ultimately you were in control of things. So you knew that things weren't going to get out of control. I keep on seeing a lot of confidence around you in this card, a lot of confidence, which is fantastic. I'm also seeing you standing up for yourself at this time. So someone could have given you some kind of unwanted opinions or unwanted advice or something like that. This is like an unasked for opinion. I'm trying to say unasked for. It was an opinion that, yes, you didn't ask their opinion. They just came out and gave it to you. So yes, you can be open to opinions, of course you are, but this, if they're worth listening to, but this one wasn't worth listening to. I'm seeing this was kind of none of this person's business, actually. It was like someone was poking their nose into what you were doing and saying, oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You should do this, you should do that, that's wrong. But you didn't ask them for their opinion, and so it's that kind of thing. So whatever they said, obviously it wasn't helpful to you. It kind of might have made you feel worse, actually. So I'm seeing that, you know, you were standing up against this. You were standing up for yourself against this kind of unwanted opinion. I'm not seeing you being angry because the Queen of Wands is very confident, very sure of herself, but very kind of measured in the way she does things. She's very careful in the way she does things as well. So kind of quite planning, not calculating in a bad way, but kind of calculating, kind of what's the word? I can't think of the word. Like someone who plans things. I can't think of it. Someone who plans things strategically. That's what I'm trying to think of. So you're quite strategic in the way that you kind of dealt with this person. You didn't jump up and down and scream kind of like an Aries. You didn't jump up and down and scream, mind your own business, I'm doing it anyway. It wasn't like that. It was like you're kind of assertively saying no to this person. So for example, you know, obviously you probably didn't say exactly this, but it was like, you know, you probably said something like, well, yes, thank you for your opinion, but I'm happy with what I'm doing. Thank you. Might be something like that. So yes, the next card you have, your past, is the Queen of Swords. So yes, you were feeling very confident inside yourself. The Queen of Swords is a very confident person, and she's gotten that way because of everything she's been through. She's been through a lot, this Queen. This is the very wise Queen who's actually been through a lot of problems, a lot of difficulty, and that's why she's very wise. So yes, you're feeling very confident again. You're also very independent. I'm seeing there was someone around you who saw you as kind of backing away, or even maybe creating barriers between you and whoever this was. Again, I'm seeing more family trouble around you, or family influence, people trying to influence you. I'm seeing a lot of problems around your family. I'm seeing someone who actually thought that, I'm seeing two things actually. First thing I'm seeing is some competitiveness around your family. So someone might be have been kind of going around saying things like, oh, I've got this, I just bought this, I bought a house, I bought a this, I've got a this, I've got the best car, I've got the best job. It might be something like that. And they were trying to kind of get you into this competitive spirit, to kind of get you to say, well, I've got this, and then they can say, well, I've got that, and all of that kind of rubbish. And you just weren't interested in that kind of stuff. You're on your path. You knew it was right. You didn't care. You weren't trying to have the best this or the best that. You wanted to have what was right for you. Now, what's right for you is not right for them, and what's right for them is not right for someone else. Everyone's on their own individual path. There's no point in competing with these silly things, and I think you knew that. You were wise, like the Queen of Swords. The other thing I'm seeing is that, again, you were on your own path, you knew what was best for you, and I think probably this person who gave you this unwanted opinion or this unwanted advice or whatever might have been a bit offended when you kind of said, no, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, whatever you said. Some people think that if they're doing one thing and you choose to do a different thing, that you're saying something against what they're doing, that you're kind of, it's kind of you have a bad idea, or you think that what they're doing is wrong or something like that. No, you don't think what they're doing is wrong. You think that what they're doing is right for them, and you thought that, this is in the past, you thought that what you were doing was right for you, has nothing to do with them. But they didn't see it that way, so they were probably taking a bit of offense over you saying that, no, you weren't going to kind of do what they were saying, you were going to do your own thing. They're a bit offended about that. I don't understand people like that either, I'm with you. So yes, the last card you have, your past, is the Hermit. So yes, again, the Hermit's on this path. He's on his own path by himself. So yes, this is how you were at this time. I'm also seeing someone else at this time feeling that there was a kind of barrier between you. And I'm seeing this as probably a love situation. This is a love connection. I'm seeing someone who might have been waiting for you to message them or waiting for you to call them or something like that. But they weren't coming forward to you. So it's like they were sitting around and they were thinking, I really hope this person messages me. I really hope this person comes toward me. I really feel like they're kind of pulling away or standing off in some way, being a bit standoffish. And I would like to kind of come and communicate with them, but I feel like it really needs to come from them. So that's what they were thinking about you at this time. They're really feeling like you're pulling away from them. And I'm seeing that you did have a lot on your mind. You definitely did at this time. This person had you on their mind, but they were waiting. They weren't coming forward to you. They were kind of sitting and waiting for you to come to them. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So yes, the first card you have, your present, is the Seven of Wands. Yes, I keep on seeing you feeling as if you had to defend yourself, or you have to defend yourself against all of this unwanted interference, these unwanted opinions, because someone might have come back to you, because I'm seeing that they were very kind of offended by you not following on with what they wanted. And again, I'm seeing a family member. It might have been a parent, might not have been, but it was someone, maybe someone older than you. And yes, they might have come back to you and said, come on, please do this. You should do this. Why are you rejecting what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. And you don't think they're stupid. You just think that you want to do what's right for you. And you could see that what they want to do was not right for you. So you're still not going to do whatever they say. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some kind of this competitiveness. I'm seeing that again. I'm seeing a lot of this happening as well on social media or something like that, or over text. This person kind of saying, oh, I bought this new thing and I got this new thing and I'm doing this, I have a better job. I'm a doctor, or I'm a this, or I'm a whatever. And that's fine for them, good for them, great. But, you are on your path. And I'm seeing that, because if you look at this man, he's battling against these wands. He's up on a hill. He's battling against these wands. He's up higher than all of them. But, you can't see any faces behind these wands. You can't see any people behind these wands. So that's why I'm seeing this might be over text or social media, because you're not seeing whoever this is face to face. They're kind of giving you this information electronically maybe, or something like that. And your path is right for you. He's up on a hill. So your reasons for doing whatever you're doing are above any of these comments. Now, I'm not saying that you're above these people. I'm not saying you're better than these people. But I'm seeing that what you want to do is above what these people want you to do. So you're on your path, and your path is up high. It's up high on a hill, and it's up there in the sky for you. That's your best path. That's your highest path, is what you want to do. And you know that. You have this confidence inside yourself that I've seen in the Queen of Wands. So yes, you're living your life. And a lot of these people, especially this person who's trying to kind of give this advice, they might not mean to do this, but a lot of people try to give you advice, and they say, oh, you should do this. Oh, don't do that, do that. And if you went off and did that, you would have to live with those consequences. This person would not have to live with those consequences. You would. They can go off and do whatever they want, go to bed, go and watch a movie, but you would have to live with the consequences of what they've told you to do if you followed them. You don't want to live with other people's consequences. You want to live with your own consequences, because at least if things go wrong, you can say to yourself, well, that was my choice. That was my choice. And this is your choice. This is your path. That's what I'm seeing. This is your life. The next card you have, your present, is the Two of Cups. So yes, I'm seeing this person in the Hermit card, this person that was thinking about you. There's a very, very strong connection between you. And this person really, really feels that. They really feel this strong connection. Even when they're not connected to you, even when you're not communicating with you, they still really feel this strong connection. And there's still a distance between you, some kind of distance between. I'm not sure if it's a physical distance or whether they're just feeling that you're being distant from them. Yes, I'm seeing that you're definitely in your own path. You're thinking about yourself, so your mind might just be on yourself at this time. You're thinking about what's important to you, despite all this opposition. But again, you know, whatever you're working toward would ultimately benefit you and this person if you were in a couple. You might be in a couple, but your mind's on this thing. And they see you as someone who, yeah, I keep on seeing they see you as someone who they're deeply, deeply, deeply connected to. It's a very, very deep connection. They feel this very deeply. I'm just really feeling this as I'm seeing this. And I'm looking at this. There's a caduceus between these two cups, and it's intertwined. It's almost in knots. So if you try to unravel this caduceus, you couldn't. It's in knots. So it's this very deep connection, and it can't be unraveled. It's a bit like the cord on my earphones gets in a whole lot of knots and I can't unravel them. It takes me hours and hours, and no matter what I try to do, I can't unravel them. I don't know how it gets like that. I don't do it like that on purpose, but you could not unravel this caduceus. It's between you and this person. It's a very strong connection. So whatever you're doing, the connection's still there. Even if you're distant from this person, there is a connection between you. You know it's there as well. They're really feeling it at this time. And yes, this person really, really misses you. There's a house on a hill in this card as well, right in the background. It's between these two cups, beneath these two cups. And the thing about it, though, is it's far away. It's far away from this couple. So you're home to this person. I hope that makes sense. But they feel like you're home. So what I mean by that is, you know, when you come home from work and you come home and you open the door and you take your shoes off and you sit down on the sofa and you just feel like, oh, this is my comfort place. This is where I feel at home. This is where I can relax. This is the end of the day and I finally feel like I can be myself. That's how they feel with you. You're home to them. That's what I mean by that. So, and what they ultimately want with you is a home. They want a life with you. The man in this card has a wreath of red roses on his head, and red roses represent manifestation. They're all over the Magician card. So manifestation, this is what they want. They want a home with you. They want to manifest this. But they're still feeling this distance with you at this time. They're feeling a distance. They might be thinking, they might be strategizing at this time about how they're going to manifest with you and how they're going to manifest getting close to you again, because they do feel this distance. I hope that made sense. So the last card you have for your present is the Six of Swords. Yes, I'm seeing that maybe you've distanced yourself because there were some problems between you. There might still be some problems between you. I'm seeing that, yes, you're not working on these problems now, but you're going to come together sometime and you are going to try and work through these things, these problems. What I'm seeing in this card is one of you might be more dominant than the other person. One of you likes to steer things. I can't see whether this is you or whether this is them, but whoever this is, when you come together to fix all of this, one of you, the dominant person, is going to have to sit back and let the other one take charge sometimes. You will work through this, I'm seeing, but it's going to take longer to do this if one person's trying to steer or dominate the other person. Because what I'm seeing is one person takes charge in this relationship. One person's steering. If you look at this card, someone's steering the other person. But the other one's resentful of not being able to take charge themselves. They're still carrying these swords with them. This is this resentment. So either you're steering them or you likes to steer them and they feel resentful of it, or they like to be in charge of you and you feel resentful of it. So there's some problem that you're going to have to fix when you do come together again and you talk this through. So you are going to do this. I am seeing that you are going to come together and talk this through at some time, but that's the issue. That's the issue you've got to try and tackle between you. So yes, the first card you have, your future, is the Eight of Wands. So again, yes, look at this. I'm seeing a lot of miscommunication between you. I'm seeing that you are going to come together. You are going to try and communicate. And I'm seeing that, yes, a lot's going to be said. And yes, it could be them. It could be them that's the dominant person. I'm seeing that now, because what I'm seeing is there's still a house on the hill in this card. You can see that right in the bottom left-hand corner. You might not see it on camera, but there's a tiny, tiny house on the hill. Now, these wands, this communication, are going over the house. So they're missing the mark. They're missing hope. So this person's going to try and communicate with you. They're going to say all these things to you, but they're going to miss the mark. They're not going to fully understand where you're coming from. So again, they might be saying, oh, I'm going to have a talk. I'm going to tell them this and that and the other thing. But are they going to be listening to you? You might be feeling like, this person wants to dominate me. I'm not heard. I want to be heard. I want to get my point across. I'm about to sneeze. No, I didn't sneeze. If I sneeze, you'll know. The cards might go flying if I sneeze. Yeah, I think I'm okay. So yes, I think it's them trying to dominate you. And I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I don't think they're doing it in a bad way, in a very domineering way. But they want to be in charge. And you're not feeling heard. That's what I'm seeing. And it's going to continue like this on in your future. So they do a lot more talking than you do. And yes, they're going to have to try and stop this thing. You're going to have to communicate them to you. They're going to have to understand that you are going to you're going to keep on feeling resentful if they do not listen, if they try to steer things without actually listening to you. You need to be heard. That's what I'm seeing. It's going to happen in this conversation for this to work. The next card you have, your future, is the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, this path, this thing that you want to pursue, that whoever this was in the Queen of Wands was trying to stop you from doing, you're still going to be pushing this. You're still going to be working at this. You're still going to be moving forward. You're going to have your head down and you're going to work toward this. So whatever this is you're working toward is going to benefit you as a couple if you do stay together as a couple. But it's also going to benefit you by yourself. So no matter what happens, it's still going to benefit you. So you're still going to keep on working on this. And I just keep on seeing all through this reading, people are trying to influence you. If it's not your family, it's this person trying to kind of steer you in a different direction, trying to steer you to what they want. So really think about, think about standing up for yourself a lot more. And also I'm seeing that at this time, you're going to be working on this thing. You're going to be kind of isolating yourself in a way while you're doing this, or you're going to look as if you're isolating yourself while you're on this path. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking at this time. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking about this relationship situation, and I'm seeing that they're going to be thinking as well. There is going to be some positivity between you in the future. I'm seeing that eventually, but it's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of work. And you're going to be willing to put the work in, but they're going to have to be willing to put the work in, and it's going to have to be work that's not like this work in the Eight of Wands. You can't just throw a lot of words at people. They're going to have to really listen to you. They're going to have to really think about what you want and how you're feeling for this to work. Again, I'm seeing the same thing. So the last card you have for your future is the Moon. So yes, this time that you're going to have by yourself, mostly thinking, it's going to make you feel a lot stronger. It's going to make you feel a lot more able to stand up against all of this opposition, all of these people kind of trying to steer you in different directions and influence you and all of that kind of thing. So you're going to have a shell around you, not a shell as in you're going to be hibernating, but a shell as in you're going to have a big thick core around yourself. You're not going to, like a kind of a shield, you're not going to let people kind of penetrate, just like the lobster in this card. And you might not be able to see that on camera, so I'll move that up. So yes, the lobster in this card, you're going on your path, you're going on this path, you're still going to have this opposition on either side with these two, kind of this dog and this wolf barking at you, but you're going to come past them. They're going to be quite critical of you, actually. You might have these critical family members pop up again. They're going to say some things towards you, but you're going to go past them. Look, you're going to be up on this path, going past them. The thing is, with critical people is they stay where they are. They stay where they are, they criticize, but they're not moving anywhere. You are moving past them, you're moving up into these mountains, you're going to where you want to go. Keep on this path, don't go off this path, keep your shell on, keep your kind of shield on, because you're going to have a lot of criticism, but you're strong.